Fat loss is a topic I don't really talk about on social media. The reason for that being it is the most overproduced style of content that I think there is online in the fitness industry. However, I feel like I have a duty as a coach to tell you my take on it and the way that I go about changing people's body composition. Now, your body composition is essentially your muscle to fat ratio, your body fat to muscle ratio. In the last 2-3 years, I've helped probably close to 100 people improve their body composition, lose fat, build muscle. In the last year in particular, I've had 2 clients who have both lost 20 plus kilograms of fat and gained a significant amount of muscle and strength alongside that. Now, it is people try and overcomplicate this so much by giving you millions of different ways in how you can actually build muscle and lose fat. It's so much more simple than the industry seems to try and make it. Or what it seems like is the industry try and make it sound so simple that they make it sound too complicated. It's just dumb, okay? You need to eat clean. You need to eat a lot of protein. Keep your body satiated. You need to eat good quality healthy foods that energize your body. You need to be eating enough protein to build muscle whilst also eating a low enough amount of calories to lose the fat. At the same time, you want to be training enough that you can stimulate muscle growth and stimulate that physical transformation underneath the body fat, if you like, whilst also losing the body fat, moving enough in your day-to-day life to shed down the pounds. Now, how do you do this? If you don't have a coach, you can't afford a coach, you don't want a coach, track your calories every day, Monday to Sunday, and put yourself in a small calorie deficit to start off with. There is no point in going into a fat loss phase when you're supposed, let's say you've been eating 3,000 calories for the last 2 years, and that's how you've put on all this weight. If you just go straight to eating 1,800 calories, you're going to burn yourself out physically and mentally, professionally, before you can even begin to see that much of a change. In fact, that's not true. You will see a change. You of course see a change, but it will not be sustainable because you're not building a good enough engine underneath that body fat in order for you to actually sustainably keep the weight off. When you build a physique underneath the body fat that you have, when you trim down, and that happens, you can do these things simultaneously, you can do these things in unison, you can build the physique and lose the weight at the same time. People think you have to go through different phases, you have to lose all the fat and then build the muscle. It's like, technically you do them both at the same time. But when you focus on the calorie consumption, because that is the most important thing you need to do, make sure you're eating the 180 grams of protein. And then when it comes to training, you need to be in the gym 3 times a week minimum, pushing your body close to failure. Outside of that, daily movement. You want to be walking 10,000 steps a day. You want to be doing cardio a minimum of once a week, ideally twice. My client Fraz, he started his fat loss journey back in January. We implemented into his daily routine. Straight after work, he goes straight to the gym before even going home. That doesn't even give him the option to go home, sit on his ass, and then have to think again about getting up and leaving. Straight from work to the gym, smash his workout out, track every calorie, make sure that he's eating enough protein. Start off for the first probably 4 to 6 weeks. Fraz was at a 2,400 calorie goal, okay? And we just let the scale do its thing, making sure he was weighing himself every morning. Let the scale do its thing until we see a wee plateau. When we see a wee plateau, drop it another 200 calories. So now he's at 2,200 calories for another 4 to 6 weeks. Again, weighing himself every day. When we see the plateau, drop again, 2,000 calories. We did not have to go below 2,000 calories for him to shed I think it was 25 grams, kilograms of body fat in total. He done 22 kilograms in the first 16 weeks. And eventually his body, I then started pumping him back up on the calories when he's at about 3,200 just now. So we went and had to start building him up gradually. And he wasn't putting any weight back on because his body was adjusting. He had the physique, he had the muscle. His body was now using the fuel he was putting into his body more efficiently to fuel the physique that he had built in the process of losing the body fat. I'm hoping this makes sense now that I've all sort of tailored it all back together. But essentially, track every calorie, eat double your weight in kilograms in protein. So if you weigh 80 kilograms, you want to eat a minimum of 160 grams of protein. I eat 200 grams of protein, and I'm 80 kilograms. You want to be training hard at least 3 times a week in the gym, if not 4. Making sure you're pushing your muscles to failure, allowing the muscle to tear in the first place so you can actually rebuild the muscle to have it there. You want to be doing cardio 1 to 2 times a week. Build the strength of your body inside, your cardiovascular system. Make you feel good, not just look good. 2 very important things. And then play the long game. And stay so consistent that it would not make sense if you didn't lose the weight. Okay? That is essentially it in a nutshell. If you'd like to start your fat loss journey, download a calorie tracking app. Start to track your calories, understand what it is you need to consume, move more on a day-to-day basis. If you want to build the physique underneath the body fat, then you need to get started in the gym. Highly advise hiring a coach if you want to start in the gym. It makes it so much more slipstream. If that's something you're interested in, I will leave my link below. But other than that, peace troops. I will see you in the next one.